The moment you've all been waiting for. Time to get into some 80s cheese. Rawhead, that's what they called him. Rawhead! Rawhead Rex. A very little talked about movie, and understandably why. When I watched it recently, it is dated very badly. My daughter kind of laughed at it, and she thought it was a Muppet movie that went dark because the visual effects are so bad. The effects on the creature are so bad, but man, it is a guilty pleasure. Like Rawhead Rex is almost on the same stage guilty pleasure as Howard the Duck. Two dumbass movies, but man, I love watching them, especially with some tequila. Rawhead Rex is a British horror movie directed by George Pavlo, who I have no idea who that is. I just googled him real quick, and is based on a short story written by Clive Barker, who, if you know Clive Barker, he's responsible for Hellraiser and a lot of other horror masterpieces. Okay, Hellraiser, that's the one I'm most known for. So there's not really much to Rawhead Rex. Rawhead Rex is this biblical creature that was around back before Christ. Okay, before Christ walked the earth. Okay, Rawhead Rex was God on earth. Okay, he was a demon, but he was God. Like everybody worshipped this thing, and he was eventually put down. Okay, I guess the people, they ganged up and put him beneath the earth and buried him and got rid of the demon once and for all. But then he's resurrected again by these workers trying to, I guess they were doing some construction or doing something, and they dug up the stone, and Rawhead Rex comes back to life, and the first thing he does is possess a preacher, and the preacher starts to go into this path of darkness and evil where he no longer preaches the gospel of Christ, but he preaches the gospel of Rawhead Rex. So the protagonist of this movie, Howard Hallenbeck, he's a photographer, I think. Well, he likes to look for religious artifacts and stuff like that and take pictures of them. That's what it seems like in the movie. And he's traveling with his family to Ireland to look up religious artifacts, and he comes across one that looks very interesting. He brings it to the priest of the church, the priest that got possessed. And now, I guess, because of the priest, because Rawhead Rex looks through the eyes of the priest, and now Rawhead Rex is after Hallenbeck and his family. I don't want to go too much into the plot, man, but that's pretty much the basis of the story. There are some disturbing scenes, especially one in particular where he R. Kelly's somebody. He urinates on somebody, and that's like his way of baptizing them. There are some funny kills. And the thing about this movie, it does take itself seriously, but it's another one of those situations where it's so bad it's good. Just go into this expecting just a stupid slasher monster movie, okay, with some bad special effects, and you can drink some tequila and laugh at it. That's what I do. The guy that plays Rawhead Rex, I don't know his name. At first I thought it was Kevin Peter Hall who played the Predator because he is a really tall guy, and the mask was so like... You could see it's mechanical, like there was nothing realistic about it. It's like something you could buy from Spirit Halloween store, okay? In the tradition of old school VHS store, even before Blockbuster, the mom and pop VHS store, you go to the horror section. For some reason, the horror section just have like a unique smell. Rawhead Rex is definitely in that category of those movies that was on the shelf that you looked at the box cover and you're like, okay, what is this? Okay, I gotta check this out. All right. So I'm gonna wrap this up, man. And the preacher, to me, the preacher was a standout because at first he's in church, he's preaching, he's singing a song, and he seems very holy. But then when Rawhead Rex gets a hold of him, when that possession starts to happen, and he starts to change, that's when he becomes so over the top and just so exaggerated that it's comical. Like Jim Carrey could have probably played this part, okay? I'm gonna separate this grade into two sections. Cheesy horror movie, A. Film by itself, D minus. Okay, there you have it. So have you guys seen Rawhead Rex? What did you think? Comment below, comment freely. Thank you for watching. These reviews have been fun to do, talking about the horror movies that I grew up watching. as well as the ones that are newer. And that's about it, y'all. So thank you for watching. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.